You're afraid to bleed. I said you're afraid to bleed. Long as the white man sent you to Korea, you bled. He sent you to Germany, you bled. He sent you to the South Pacific to fight the Japanese, you bled. You bleed for white people. But when it comes time to seeing your own churches being bombed and little black girls murdered, you haven't got no blood.
Yahuwah's Kingdom and Shadara Yasharel and everybody else that's in the background. All right, counterfeit. I know it's misspelled, but I spelled it the way I spelled it. All right. You know, counterfeit is a fake. It's not authentic. It's a lie. And it's misrepresented. But anyway, y'all see the Catholics and the Ish community working together. Now, how many of y'all have just ever realized that all three so-called major religions had their hand in our captivity? The Muslims, the Ish community, and the so-called Christians. All three of them. Have y'all ever just realized that? If y'all realize that, put a comment in there. But anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Now, let me see here. Which way should I go? Let me go to this Bible first. Let's go to this book over here. Let's go to this Bible. I'm gonna show you it's in the book if you know where to look. All right? That's why you got to get in there. You got to pray and you got to be serious with the Most High. Okay, because you ain't no getting around them, ain't no getting over. None of that. You ain't wasting the Most High's time. You're wasting your own time. All right, Romans 11:11. Now, this is Paul's letter to the so-called Romans. All right. But I say then, have they stumbled? He talking about the nation of Israel. That they should fall. Yah forbid. But rather, through their fall, salvation has come to the Gentiles. For to provoke them to jealousy. That's why you got that fit in there. We got to counter. Instead of just having a fit, counter it with the truth. See, yeah, the Most High said since we provoked the Most High with these pagan gods, the Most High said, all right. And I'm not trying to speak for him, but I'm just giving you the best way I understand. He said, all right, since y'all running after these other gods, I'm going to put these other folks over them, and they're going to be misrepresenting me, not me, but the Most High, and y'all going to get this stuff straight. All right. Shalom, Ali. But yeah, and that's masterful. To provoke them to jealousy. Let's look that word provoke up. All right, to provoke to anger. Jealousy or rivalry. You see that? You see that? They put these lies out. We out here with the mop and the bleach. We out here cleaning these lies up that they done spill. Only the Most High can do that. Before that, he just got tired of the outstretched arms. Let me do this. He just got tired of the outstretched arms and that's all right. I'm gonna put y'all on autopilot. But anyway, it's in the word. Okay. He said his word won't come back void. Now, let me go back. Let's go to verse 12. Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, you wonder why everybody allowed to prosper but us? Huh? Think about it. Look at it. We scattered worldwide. Worldwide. And doing bad worldwide. Y'all see that? Huh? Masterful. And I'm not talking about because we doing bad, but I'm just saying the Most High called it thousands of years ago, and here it is. All right, now, the fall of them be the riches of the world. Now, just a microcosm, just in the United States alone. These people will import people over here illegally, put up a system where they can come over here illegally. Anytime you come to a country unannounced, you're breaking the law. You can't go nowhere and get no health, free health, no free nothing. These folks hate us so much that they will give the immigrants money. Look, the fall of the Israelites will be the riches of the world. You know, we scattered worldwide. How is it Africa got all the riches in the ground, but you got the buzzers swarming around? The buzzers getting the money out from under the people, and the diminishing of them, the riches of the Gentile. Long as they keep us down, they got to keep the foot on the neck. They got to manipulate us into not living right. That's why you got the beasts out here working together with these lies. Okay? The diminishing of them, the riches of the Gentile, and how much more of their foolishness when we come around. You know what? You know what I'm saying? How much more our foolishness when we come to our rightful place in righteousness. Y'all gonna see what wealth really is. Okay, read Revelation. Okay? Now, I'm gonna give you a couple Bible verses about who's running the world. See that? The fall of them be the riches of the world. Okay, who's controlling the world? I'm gonna use the Bible verse according to these scriptures I'm finna give you. All right, let me see here. I got it wrote down. Let me see here, family. Okay, let's go to Matthew 4:9. Y'all remember the devil was trying to he was testing Mashiach. All right, Yahushua HaMashiach. Go back. I had some buttons now. Y'all let me know if the sound and everything all right. Okay. All right. Now just let me y'all see it right here. Matthew chapter 4. Now Yahushua was led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days, 40 nights, he was afterward hungered. Okay, y'all, I'm seeing y'all. The devil, okay? Matthew chapter 4, the devil, okay? Let's go to verse 9. This is what the point is. All right, now, let me go up a little further. All right, and again, the devil taketh him up on an exceedingly high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. One of them got riches, the riches of the world. And he said unto him, all these things I will give thee. Y'all think about all these so-called entertainers and just think about it. I'm not saying all of them, but there's a correlation. Okay? If thou will fall down and work, this is Satan telling the Messiah he can have all the glories of the world if he fall down and worship him. And then Yahushua said unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship Yah, and him only shall you serve. Okay? And the devil left. Let me look this word up. Hold on. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. The devil taking him up into an exceedingly high mountain. Let me show y'all something right quick. All right? That right there represents the kingdom falling down. This represents the coming kingdom And this represents the fallen kingdom, Babylon the Great. And you Romans just sitting back there looking. Oh, yeah, this is a previous video, When in Rome. I got it pinned right now on Facebook. If you type that link in, you can find out where I'm at. I have to checkmate. That's right. I have to scatter my stuff out because they keep taking pages down. Okay, so you just hit that link, and I could put my email up here. That way, if you wondering what's going on, that way. I don't want that big. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know why it's so big, but anyway. I'll fool with it later. Let me get back on point. But anyway, Babylon the Great is fallen. That mountain represents the kingdom of the Most High. Okay? But nevertheless, let me get back to these scripts. Hold on. All right. Let me see here. Now. Okay, yeah, I wanted to look up this. Hold on. Matthew 4 and 8. Let's go over here and see what this say. I just want to see what it says. I ain't never looked it up. Y'all just roll with me in real time. Matthew 4 and 8. All right. All right. And shows him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory. See that some of them Bible said riches. Magnificence, excellence, preeminence, dignity, grace, majesty. I just wanted to look that up. I was wondering what it had, but I've read that riches. But nevertheless, y'all know what is the glory. Notice, yeah, let me get back to this Bible. Notice the Messiah didn't say Satan didn't have control of the earth. Okay? Notice he didn't argue with him about who controlling the earth. There's a process got to take place. Then the earth gonna be taken back. See what a lot of times we forget what's going on between the light, the kingdom of light, which is the most highest kingdom of heaven, the Shamayim, and the kingdom of darkness, Satan. A lot of times we forget that there's also a war going on in heaven and earth. We forget about that part. Okay? You gotta look at the bigger picture. All right, Adam gave the earth to Satan, the original colonizer. The earth wasn't created for Satan, nor were we created for wickedness. We wasn't created for wickedness. We was created for the Most High. But let me go right now. See, all these, he said, oh, wait. All these things I give you. Think about all these celebrities out here that solely sold. You fall down and worship me. Okay, let me give you another Bible verse. Let me see what another Bible verse, 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. All right. Let me start up here first. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, and faint not. Don't get tired. Don't faint. We walk by faith and not by sight. See, a lot of times we be walking by sight. I said, okay, that looked like that'll work right there. See what I'm saying? Eve looked at the tree and it looked like it would make you wise. You understand? I'm not saying close your eyes. I'm saying don't walk by your eyes. Let the word be the light. Follow the word, the light of the word. The word is a lamp unto thy feet and a light unto thy path. Okay? But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of Yah deceitfully. See, that's another reason why I got these so-called folks up here. It's another reason. That's another reason why they're over here. Deceitfully. How is it you got all these, the more churches we get, the more religious the people get, the worse the world get. How is that? There's some counterfeit stuff going on. Some lies. Okay? All right. Let me get back up here. Hold on. All right, now. but manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man conscience in the sight of Yah. How they gonna be conscious in the sight of the Most High when you got people up here giving us false images, giving us slave Bibles, adding to and removing from the scripture? How you gonna see the Most High when you got counterfeiters erecting schools, creating proselytes, lies, worrying about money? How you gonna see the Most High? If you agree with doing just killing folks and oppressing folks and lying to folks, then you are working with Satan. Okay? But if our gospel be hid, that's why somebody got to sound it and pound it. If our message be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. See, you don't camouflage. The Most High got the only soldiers that he don't want camouflage. Because if you camouflage, you going to look like the world. You understand? If you camouflage, he don't want us camouflage. Look at the spiritual aspect. Let your light shine. Don't have the light and cover it up. See what I'm saying? If our message be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. All right? All right, now. Now, this is the point. Of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. This is Satan. How did Satan become the God of this world? I just told you. Adam surrendered it. He gave it to the original colonizer, the devil. Satan ain't created nothing. Okay? Have blinded the mind. How you blind the mind? Okay, this is what you get. Let me go over here right quick. Let me go back and forth. Let me see here. I'm gonna set up my own colleges. I'm gonna set up my own religion. I'm gonna say we gonna say we the people. How these folks? I wrote down work down some stuff. How these folks the people when they speak a German dialect, a German language? If you the ancient people, why is German your main language? That's why you got E's when it's a clear letter A. See, Satan got his people. They took over the earth. Satan controlled the earth. He put his people in place, and then he set up the Bible cemetery school and started teaching the preachers these dishonest people that has no love for the law of the Most High or the word, whatever the Most High said. See, yeah, and then you got these people. The Bible cemetery school, everybody regurgitating the same lies. That's how you know something wrong. This is a quick fix. If you read the Bible yourself, remember John chapter 1. Let's go to it right quick. Let's hop to it. Let me finish this word first, though. Let me finish where I was at, and then go to John 1. All right, now. In whom the God of this world, Satan, has blinded the mind, putting his people in place, all right, of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious message of Mashiach, who is the image, you got a white image up there. How is it? German sound German in English, they white people. Russians sound Russian in English, they white people. French language sound French in English, they white people. African names sound African in English, but the Hebrew names in the Bible don't sound Hebrew. All right. Lest the image, they don't want you to see the Most High, should shine unto them. Now, let's go to John chapter 1. Hallelujah. All right. In the beginning was the Word. Y'all see that capital W right there? The Word was with God, and the Word was God. See that? Remember in Genesis 1, not Genesis 1, but Genesis, let us make man. The Most High ain't co-sharing the creation of us with no angels. If the Most High shared creation with somebody else, then they got some say so. Now, the same was in the beginning with God. All right, now, all things, not something, all things were made by him. And without him was not anything made that was made. Satan ain't created nothing. Okay? In him was life, and still is, and the life was the life of men. Let your light shine. Remember, there's a war going on between the kingdom of light and the kingdom of darkness. Notice the sun shines, then the darkness shines for a time. You see that? That's a clock. That's a clock. Remember, the Most High created the sun, moon, and stars, so we'll be able to know what time it is. Go back to Genesis. All right. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. All right, now, let me see here. Let's go down right here. And the word was made flesh. Hamashiach, the Messiah. The capital word was made flesh. See, we don't want to read that Bible. Hey, I know it. I know it. I'm with. I've been there. And every now and then I thought that flesh. I had to whoop my own. And all. We gonna study. We gonna do this. We gonna do this. And the word was made flesh. See, this is a quick fix of the lies. You can see the image of the Most High. He is the word. You ain't gonna see the Most High if you don't see the word. You got to work. You got to see the word. The word is the light, and you got to walk the path. You got to walk the path. The light is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto the path. That's Psalms. I might not have quoted it right, but y'all know. All right, now. The word was made flesh and lived among us, and we beheld the glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Now, what does Satan do? Lies, false images, fake names, just lying colleges, schools, or institution. Yeah. All right, now, let me give you a rundown on some of this stuff. All right, now. While I got it here. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, everybody. Glad you're here. All right, now. Let me see. Let me go down my list. I wrote down a list. All right, now. Okay, now. You know the Bible, those that know what the Bible, those that believe the Bible, the Most High promised Abraham his seed was going to be numerous as the stars in the sky and the sand on the seashore. In other words, you can't count them. Okay? Now, the recessive gene population have never been the majority in the earth. The math ain't mathing, y'all. Come on. That's either true or it's not. Has these people ever been the majority population of the earth? Number two, how come the sun gives them counsel and the sun heals us? See, I've been out in the desert working in over 100-degree weather. No sunburn. No sunburn. Over 100-degree weather. No sunburn. Now, if you ain't been used to the sun, pay attention to your body. If you think it's starting to get cloudy, because we done got weaker. Hanging around these folks, we done got weak. Okay? Now, I keep plenty of water. Pay attention to your body. Don't overdo it if you ain't used to it. But yeah, I had Europeans trying to tell me I need some suntan lotion. See, they love to tell us what we need to be doing. History, living my life being in the South, I ain't never been sunburned. But anyway, let me keep going. Your population is on decline. So how is you to see that Abraham, either the Most High done lied, and which we know he didn't, or y'all lying? Okay? And another thing, why you sterilizing the black folks in Israel then? Y'all supposed to be the same nation. Huh? Y'all, if we believe that y'all the same people, then why y'all got to have all the control of everything? Okay, the math is mething. In other words, that math is on some dope. All right, now. That's why the Most High made them like that. So we'll be able to sift through the lies, okay? Now. All right, now. You know, if you do your own research, It's well documented that the black Semites, Shem, descendants of Shem. Just do your own research. Why is they the only ones get to claim that term? Okay, because they own the media publication and the books and stuff. Because they dominate and because they rule. But nevertheless, now let's get to this. Let's get to this German so-called Hebrew that they talking about. If you the people, then why are you speaking a new language? Let me type this in as y'all can watch me work. Let me see, can I get another? Okay, let's see what the Britannica go by. Now look here, another thing, Genesis chapter 10, Nazi. Let's go to the Bible first. Hold on. Let's go to Genesis 10. Let's go to Genesis 10. I wrote that down too. It just happened, and let me go first over here. Genesis 10. See, I didn't go to their school. I'm not knocking nobody that didn't, but hey, y'all gotta teach the truth. All right. Now, look right up here. Genesis chapter 10, y'all. Now, these are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Ashkenaz. Now, you say y'all see that, right? Ashkenaz. Okay. Japheth. Now, let me skip on down here to Ham. Ham. This right here, if you look that up, that is Egypt. Egypt is a Greek word, okay? Egyptian. Ham in Egypt. You say, why is that important? Remember, the Pharaoh ordered the Hebrew boys to be thrown in the Nile River. Now, you see the Egyptians are black, so the Hebrews are black because Moses grew up in Pharaoh's house. Okay? Now let's get back to these Nazis. Ashkenaz, descendant of Japheth. So ain't no Semite, Shemite, none of that. Let's get back over here to the business. Right now, Yiddish language, one of many Germanic language. That's what they speak, not Hebrew. Just cause I invent a language with Hebrew letters, don't make it Hebrew. Okay? Okay? It ain't hate speech, it's the truth. How come it ain't hate speech when the lies was going forth? It ain't hate speech like they don't hate the original when the lies is going forth, when the counterfeiting is going on, when the math ain't mathing. That ain't hate speech. You got to hate a person to ignore them, to try to cover them up, try to replace them, try to control them. You got to, how come that ain't hate speech? But me telling the truth, pointing out the lies with undeniable, irrefutable truth, that's hate speech. You know why? Because devils hate the truth. John 8:44. You are of your father, the devil. All right, now let's keep going. The language of the Ashkenazi. How you going to, I just showed you Japheth and Eastern European Jews and their descendants, written in the, look, Hebrew letters and German language. Oh, y'all can't see that. Hold on. Y'all can't see that. Hold on. I'm going on and tearing on and going on. Y'all can't see that. Hold on. I looked it down at my phone. All right, now I like to show y'all what I'm talking about. Let's go back to this Bible first, though. Now, Ashkenaz, Japheth, Ashkenaz. All right. Ham, Mizraim is Egypt. That's what Genesis 10. All right. 10:6 show you the Egyptians, Mizraim, descend from Ham. And another thing, your so-called Philistines that they call Palestinians. Where the Palestinians at? They descend from Ham also. Let me see, can I find it right quick? So them ain't the original pure blood Palestinians over there. Now we ain't supposed to be want nobody to die. Okay, here you go. All this is Ham bloodline. Philistine. What they call Palestinians descend from Ham. Okay? But yeah. The bad thing what's going on, but they ain't supposed to be over there. The Bible said there's gonna be wars and rumors of war. What I look like worrying about what they got going on, and we've been slaughtered longer than anybody in history. We've been going through oppression longer than anybody in history. When we sold the Messiah out, it was on, and it hadn't stopped. It hadn't stopped. But we supposed to stop trying to survive and protect our people and worry about what somebody else got. Worry about some migrants getting sent home. At least you got a home to go to. This is our home. We gonna fight right here. We supposed to stop that. I supposed to stop taking care of my house and my wife and worry about somebody else's house across the street. That's about as much sense as that make. That's why you need to know who you are and what's going on. That's why they want to control his story. But nevertheless, let me get back over here to the business. Let me see, where was I at? Encyclopedia Britannica. Yeah. Now, y'all see it, Yiddish language, German. Ashkenazi, descends from Japheth, written in the Hebrew alphabet, but it's a German language. Y'all see that? Nazi. Look. Now it makes sense when Elon threw up the Nazi sign, they didn't even blink. Y'all remember that? When Trump won the so-called hesitancy presidency, Elon threw up the Nazis, and they didn't. What was the anti-Semitism going on? Huh? You know the Nazis are Germans. But anyway, let me keep going. Let me keep going. That's why I put that link up there, because I don't know what they're gonna do. I can't worry about what they're gonna do. All I gotta do, Moses give me a message, I got to relay the message. Because if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Now, that Wailing Wall, where that at in the Bible, y'all? Where that at? Where they do this at? Let me see here. Let me see here. But anyway, y'all know that Wailing Wall. Y'all know that Wailing. Let me type it up here since I got it up there. Hold on. They call it Western Wall. They call it Western Wall. What are so-called real believers calling this stuff out, talking about we ain't supposed to be praying and bobbing at no wall? What a real Bible thumpers at? You understand? Where is this at? What the Most High ain't? Well, he everywhere, but he didn't. This ain't it. This ain't it. This is idolatry. And remember, I did a video. This is what's left of Fort Antonia. Remember, the Messiah said not one stone was gonna be left on top of another one. Remember that? But yeah, let me keep going. Let me see how long I've been going. All right, let me see. All right, now. Let me keep going. All right, now. All right, let's see here. Let's go here. Now, look. Jerusalem is the central to three major monotheistic religions. Look at that. And every last one of them done enslaved the original people. The counterfeiters. The counterfeiters. Every last one of them. Let's go to Luke 21:24 right quick. They in Jerusalem right now today. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Let me go back one, show y'all. They in there right now today. See it? Now, let's go to Luke 21:24. All right, now, remember, Pilate was trying to let the Messiah go, and what our people said, his blood be on us and our children. Y'all thought that was a contract. Satan probably was rubbing his hands on that one. But nevertheless, all right, now, y'all see it. For these shall be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. See, this stuff was written. You go to Daniel, it's several places of the Bible. Old Testament, where they tell you to stay out of it. You start studying that Old Testament, as they call it, ain't none of it old. This stuff start making more sense to you. But woe unto them that are with child and them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon his own people. Wrath upon his own people. See, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. Now, the recessive gene, it ain't enough for them. Look at it. You getting genocided, and they shall be genocided and be led away captive into all nations. The Most High, it's so many of us. Remember the Most High promised Abraham, you're going to be as numerous as the stars in the sky and as the sand of the sea. He burning the candle on both ends. Since y'all wicked, I'm going to just start, instead of laying us out, he going to start laying y'all, he start laying us out. You're useless. You're good for nothing. You're leading people astray. You're supposed to be the light. You're supposed to be the salt. All right, then, since you ain't, it's time to break out the formaldehyde. It's time to break out the buzzards. It's time to break out the maggots. All right? Shall fall by the edge of the sword and be led captive into all nations. Just because you don't see us on TV don't mean we ain't there. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down in the possession of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles are fulfilled. Now, if the Israelites are at home, then why you got Muslims over there, Gentiles? You got European so-called Ashkenazis over there, Gentiles, and you got Roman Catholics over there, and you got so-called Christians over there, Gentiles. The Bible said Gentiles are going to be over there until their time is up. This is real time. Now, Jerusalem is central to 3 major world monotheistic religions. The Most High ain't the author of confusion. Somebody is wrong. All right? And over the years, various sects have built renowned places of worship. Now, if the Israelites back home, then why all these other places got their places? Why they got the land? Okay, but anyway, y'all can type this in. You can type this title in if you want to read that. But I'm just showing you as Gentiles over there. Okay, now let's get into this. Muslims all participated in our slave trade and the demise of us at various points in history. See, it makes perfect sense. You in the land because you done carried the people off. You done carried the original people off. Therefore, you in the land. What was that? Psalms 83? Psalms 83? Yeah. But anyway, let me keep going. Now, let me go on here right quick. Now, if these were the people in the Bible, and they the ones sold over the Messiah, then why is they working together with the people that was oppressing them in the New Testament? If these are the people, why are they working together with the enemy? Huh? Something's counterfeit. Okay? Now, this look, y'all. This is in Israel. Why they got the New World Order thing, the Latin Ordo Noros Seclorum in Israel? Huh? Y'all better wake up and smell the, I guess, the coffee. Look. How they working together? Huh? There you go. Let me put that dollar up there for you. This is their Supreme Court. Now, you know, our court don't work like they court. They got a House and a Senate. See, our court don't work like that. For those of you who ain't in the know, okay. Let's see. Let's type that in. New World Order. And look what pops up. Look what pops up, y'all. Let's go to these images. I want that pyramid up there. There you go, right there. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Why you got Latin writing, Caesar? Hey, render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar. That's his language on the money. Huh? Let me close this out right quick. Let me see here. What's up, family? They ruling the world and they got order in the court. Right? They really got disorder. They really got disorder going on. All right. Huh? But yeah, there you go. Pretty much done blow this stuff up. Let me see what this is. Oh, that was what I was looking for, that Western Wall. But nevertheless, there it is. That's Jerusalem. And you got a Muslim, you got Christian church over there, Muslim mosque, and there go that wall right there. But anyway, let me see if I missed anything. Let me close some of these tabs, speed this stuff along. All right, let me see here. I think I got some more Bible verses. Okay, let's go to John 8:44. Wait a minute. Romans 10:19. Let's go to Romans 10:19. I wrote that down. Let's go to John 8:44 first. Let's go to John 8:44. You know. All right, now. Now, look here. These are the this was the so-called fake Jews right here. I'm gonna tell you how you know they were the fake. They were way back then. You had to study the history. Okay, Herod put them up there. Herod, the one that was trying to slaughter the Messiah, when Joseph took him into Africa, Egypt, to hide amongst the black folk. He didn't go to Rome, Italy to hide when Herod was trying to kill him. I'm talking about the Messiah. He didn't go to Macedonia, Greece to hide. The Most High had Joseph take him to Africa to hide, because it was still very black back then. But anyway, let me keep going. All right, now. Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue my word, remember, the word was Yah, and the word was with you. All right, now, so continue in the word, the path, it's the light. Now, then are you my disciples indeed, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. They can't put them lies on you. You know why they can't put them chains of lies on you? Because lies does not exist. See that? See, once you are walking in the light, the lies don't exist. You don't believe them lies because you know they don't exist. But nevertheless, let me keep going. Then Yahushua answered them, saying, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committed sin is a servant of it. You're a slave of it. You become a willing participant of it. You begin to make excuses instead of trying to fight it. There's a difference between trying to overcome than to make excuses to keep doing it. There's a difference, okay? And the servant abideth not in the house, and the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth forever. Notice a capital S, that's the Messiah. All right. If the Son therefore makes you free, you shall be free indeed. Remember, he died so we can receive his spirit, the spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit. As the old folks said, Holy Ghost. That was in the old King James, all right? That's why they said Holy Ghost, all right? I know ye are Abraham's seed, but ye seek to kill me because my word have no place in you. These are liars. But hold on. They said they were never in bondage. Let me show you these Ashkenazis over here. Remember Esau. Hold on. We were never in bondage. What's it said? All right. Okay, hold on. Y'all bear with me. All right, right here. These Ashkenaz that Herod put in place. Remember, Herod was trying to kill her. He was trying to kill a direct descendant of David, the Messiah. So Herod put these fake counterfeits in the religious aspect way back then. So what you think doesn't happen now? All right, now these are the scribes and Pharisees telling the Messiah. These are the descendants of Esau. And Herod knew they were. Herod was a descendant of Esau, and they answered him, "We be Abraham's seed, and we were never in bondage." How can you be a descendant of Abraham and you ain't been in slavery? That's them Ashkenazis. They intermingle. You say, how did Esau did they intermingle? Okay, if you read the Bible, Esau, before he even died, before Jacob and Rebekah even died, he was already marrying other nations of people. And then his children married other nations of people. They intermingled with the world. That's how. All right? That's why the Most High told us not to do that. Now, they said and they are Abraham. See, notice the Messiah didn't say they wasn't descendants of Abraham. Esau was a descendant of Abraham. Okay? And were never in bondage to any man. They ain't never been in slavery. Then who is these folks then? They ain't never been in slavery. How sayest thou you shall be made free? I just want y'all to see that. Okay? Now, they answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Yahushua said unto them, if you were Abraham's children, spiritually, you would do the works. See, the works is evidence of your spirit. You would do the works of Abraham. But now ye seek to kill me. Notice they breaking the commandment. A man that have told you the truth, which I have heard of Yah. Abraham didn't do this. This did not Abraham. Ye do the deeds of your father. Then they said to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one father, even Yah. Yahushua said, if Yah were your father, you would love me, for I proceeded forth. The word proceeded forth and created everything, and the word proceeded forth and became flesh. The word I proceeded forth, it came from Yah, neither came out of myself, but he sent me. Why do you not understand my speech? Truth is hate speech to devils, boy. They call it hate speech. Even because you cannot hear my word, they can't stand it. You know why? Because you of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. They went all over the earth doing their father's will. Satan. All over the earth doing their father's will. Stealing. He was a murderer from the beginning, killing, abode not in the truth. They changed the history and lies, propagate lies, because there's no truth in them. That's why them folks just sit there and lie. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. All right, now, that's pretty much done summed it up. Let me see. Oh yeah, I got Romans. Romans 10, 19, 21, 22. The Most High ain't forgot his people. The Most High ain't forgot his people. Hey, it don't matter who the real Israelites until it's time to get some reparations to the Nazis. Hey, it ain't time. Hey, it don't matter. Let the Christian church tell it. It don't matter who the real nation of Israel is until it's time to send some reparations. It don't matter. It don't matter who the real Israelites is until it's time to send some money to somebody. Remember, Satan owns the wealth. He owns the world. He got to send them funds to his children. His children got to have paper. They got to have resources. And they go about stealing, killing, and destroying. Let me get back to the business. All right. Let's read this. 2 Corinthians 4:4. Thought I had it up here. I guess I didn't. Let me do it now then. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. All right. All right. Let me see. No, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Let me go on down there. Let me try 10. Okay. Romans chapter 10. All right. Romans 10 and 19. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me read this. I got this wrote down. Hold on. 10:19. All right. But I say, I'm going to start at 18. Have they not heard? Yes, verily. Their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. But I did not Israel know? First Moses said, I will provoke you to jealousy. You want? Yeah, I read that in the Bible study concordance, blue letter. Look, listen at this. Look at the propheticness. Look at the prophetic message. Moses said, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people. These people up over us now, they wasn't even a nation. They done split into different factions, different nations. They the French, they the Germans, they the Americans, they the Jewish community. They done split. They wasn't the people. Those are the toes. Those are the toes of the statue in Nebuchadnezzar, the divided kingdom. All right. They over here got our Father's message, and they trampling it down and polluting it and lying. They lying on our Father. All right. I will provoke you to jealousy. Remember that word also means anger. By them that are no people, and by a foolish nation, I will anger you. You put the truth in there, irrefutable facts and truth, and these folks, they act like they don't know what that is. That's foolish. Okay? But Isaiah is very bold and said, I will find of them that sought me not, and I was made manifest unto them that asked not after me. But to Israel, he said, all day long I have stretched forth my hand to a disobedient and gainsaying people. That's why the Most High, a lot. That's why, you see. But yeah. Oh, let me see here. Bible verse I was looking for. Hold on. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. Romans 8. Hold on. Let me see. I know I wrote it down. I might have got the writing. I'll be up early. Might have got the writing and wasn't paying attention. Let me see here. Let me do this right quick. Hold on. Y'all, anybody know what that Bible verse said? What Paul said, Most High has not forgotten his people? Huh? I think I get it. Hold on. Okay, here it is, Romans 11:1. Oh, okay. It was under there. Romans 11:11. All right. Oh, hold on. Check. I kicked myself out. All right, I'm about done, family. Let me share this and I'm gonna be out. We're gonna be out. All right. Romans let me see here. Romans 11:11. I should have wrote it down there instead of put the numbers under there. Because I started early this morning. And then when I looked today, I saw the numbers and didn't know what I had written. I started tightening up. I knew I had it wrote down somewhere. All right, now, like I was saying, it don't matter. They tell you it don't matter who the real Israelites is. But somehow the beneficiaries who profit from that is the recessive gene people who are allergic to the sun. This is Paul saying that Yah cast away his people. New Testament to the Romans, Yah forbid, for I am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, the tribe of Benjamin. So it does matter. Yah has not thrown away, forgot about his people, which he foreknew. Remember, he made a promise to Abraham. What ye not? What the scripture says to Elias, how he maketh intercession to God against Israel, saying, let me skip down. Let's go to verse 11. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? Yah, but rather their fall salvation has come to the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy. I did read this. For if the fall of them be the riches of the world, you wonder why everybody else doing good and we doing bad? Huh? Just get back to the covenant. It's written here in the book. And the diminishing of them, that's why they want to downplay everything, that our history diminished. The inventions diminished. Us building towns without them around diminished. Reduced to rubble as they bombed it, covered it with water, erased it, put together these white supremacist hate groups. Don't criminalize the hate groups, bombing our churches and killing us with genocide. Luke 21:24, fall by the edge of the sword. Jerusalem trampled down till they time is up. I'm just showing you the Bible in real life as the word speaks. But nevertheless, all right, the minister of them, the richest of the Gentile. That's why they don't want us. That's why they don't want us to have nothing. How much more their fullness? See, that's why they don't want us to have nothing, family. Y'all understand? Us being diminished means they on top. Remember what's that? The book of Ezra. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of thereof. Soon as they fall, guess what? We rise. You'll see in the fall right now. All right, family. Any questions? Any questions? Shalom. Let me see, can I get this? I'll wait a few seconds. See, can I get this email popping? Let me see, can I get this email popping? Let me see here. Y'all's at yahoo.com. And will be marked in the video. I'll do it like that. There's more than one way to get the job done. Shalom, that's right. Any questions, just shoot me an email. I don't check it often because I don't. But if I start getting messages, I'll check it. All right, family. Shalom. Y'all check that link. Go rewind the video and check that link back there in case they start dinging videos. All right.